Things are about to get really interesting around here.
The following program is presented by its producer, host, and sponsors.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all of you renegades and renegates, boomers and zoomers, insomniacs and early risers. You are tuned in to the overnight shift on AM 930 WPAT. It is Saturday, the very 23rd of November, 2019, and I will be with you for 1 hour. After which, Brother William Kareem will be hosting the hour before. And following that, we will have a new day for Al Islam in America. And a special shout out to Brother William Kareem. Actually, I got a confession to make to you. He is not actually physically here right now. He is out and about into the world, doing his thing, taking care of business. He is the man about town. He's got his finger on the pulse. He's got everything under control. He got this. And, ladies and gentlemen, he is a renegade. Speaking of renegades, special shout out to Brother DJ Oh Baby, the Groovy King, who just gave you 2 hours of the finest African music to come out of that beautiful African continent. He is a renegade. Yeah, and he has his finger on the pulse. And the executive producer of Sunu Afrique was here earlier, Brother Alhaji Ndao, who he probably will be running for president of Senegal sooner or later, because he is a renegade. He is a man about town. He has the know-how. He's a citizen on the go, and he's got his finger on the pulse. In any case, let's get to some music. After all, that's what you're here for. Here's something that I haven't ever played before. In fact, I'll tell you something. Every time I'm here, I always play something I've never played before. But here's something by Bjork. This is a piece called Bachelorette.
One day I found a big book buried deep in the ground.
That was Mitchell Froom with a short yet pretty intense piece called Permanent Midnight. And before that, Bjork with Bachelorette. And in case you're just tuning in, you are tuned in to the overnight shift on AM 930 WPAT, and my name is Dawoud the Renegade Sufi, and I will be with you until 4 a.m., bringing you music of a beautiful and arcane nature. Later on, I'm going to play some music that's going to pay tribute, pay homage to a great musician, but that's coming up a little bit later. This is a piece I've been wanting to play for a long time, and I haven't quite got the opportunity until this very moment. This is a piece, it's titled The Kiss, and it's by a singer-songwriter from the 70s named Judy Sill. And she's not very well known except in a few rare circles. She's got what you call a cult following, but and her life was, well, let's be kind and say that her life was interspersed with plenty of tragedy. However, her music lives on, and here's a little piece of it for you. Good Lava by Esperanza Spalding, and some very, very impressive performance and harmonies and arrangements. That piece is really the work of a truly skilled and talented and imaginative musician. And before that, another brilliant lady, The Kiss by Judy Sill. Another example of some music that we should keep it alive. Speaking about keeping great music alive, I mentioned earlier that I have a tribute lined up for you, a musical tribute to a great musical genius. The 27th of November is a very interesting date in that two great men share the same birthday. I'm talking about Bruce Lee and Jimi Hendrix. Now, Bruce Lee wasn't a musician, so I can't play any of his music because it does not exist. Yet, Jimi Hendrix left us with a real treasure trove of truly astonishing music. And I'm going to bring you a number of pieces from him in honor of what would have been his 77th birthday. I think that's happening this coming, Wednesday. Yeah, the 27th. Anyway, I'll look at a calendar later and see how accurate I was. But anyway, here's a superset of a number of pieces, both studio and live, by the great Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix. After all, who else played the guitar like that? That was a piece called Villanova Junction Blues, a beautiful and lyrical guitar improvisation that was recorded live at the Woodstock Festival in 1969. And before that, I Don't Live Today, another live piece that was recorded, I think it was 69 or 68, and that was recorded at London Albert Hall. And that was a very intense piece of music that Hendrix had actually written about the plight of the American Indians. Before that, a studio piece that was recorded and finished but wasn't released until after he passed away. That was a piece called Room Full of Mirrors, which, if you know something about playing the guitar, it's one of the few pieces that displays Hendrix playing the slide guitar. And as with all other things that he attempted, he was a master at that. And starting us off, from the Axis Bold as Love album, Castles Made of Sand, which, if you were paying attention, some of the guitar parts were recorded backwards. And, well, there's a whole lot of stories about that, but, perhaps for another day. But anyway, happy birthday, Jimi Hendrix. Happy birthday, Bruce Lee. Thank you for all the great work that you've done, and good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest. Let's go to Ireland for a moment. Factory Girl by the Chieftains, with special guest vocalist Sinead O'Connor. And recently I read online somewhere that Sinead O'Connor had converted to Islam. That's interesting. That's what we need in this world, more Irish Muslims. And you know something, I've met Muslims from all over the world. I mean, all over the world. Germans, Mexicans, Scottish Muslims, and I don't know. Listening to Arabic being spoken in a Scottish accent is a real linguistic adventure. Assalamu alaikum, me brother. That's as close as I can get to it. Anyway, continuing with some music here. Here's something that I think you might like. A good piece of music for an early hour of the day, featuring some beautiful vocal work.
Love is funny, or
But Beautiful by Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga. And you know something, those American standards, they are really marvelous and poetic pieces of music, aren't they? You know, there's room in this world for all music. I firmly believe that there is only two kinds of music in the world: good music and bad music. Before I go, because I'm looking at the clock on the wall and time is running out, it seems like there's never enough time to do all of the things that we want to do. Before I go, I want to remind you that if you wish to support this radio broadcast, you can do so by going on anewdayforalislam.com. That's anewdayforalislam.com, and break out a little bit of money. I mean, we're not making any money of this. I'm not making a dime off of any of this. I'm just doing this because I enjoy it. And our executive producer isn't making money off of this. I know that for a fact. So if you want to help us out, anewdayforalislam.com. And I put videos of this program on one of my YouTube channels, and you can just do a search for Dawoud on the Radio, Dawoud on the Radio, and you find it. And my music YouTube channel, which is a different YouTube channel. I know I'm making things more complicated than they need to be. Just look up God's Unruly Friends, and it'll pop right out. And go to my website, godsunrulyfriends.com. There's always something happening on there. In any case, I'm going to leave you with a piece of music. But before I do, I thank you for tuning in. I thank you all for listening. And I pray that wherever you are, whoever you are, that you are safe, you're warm, you're happy, you're healthy, you're with someone you love, and that your cookie jar is filled to the very brim with the cookies of your choice. And inshallah, maybe next week I'll remember to bring a package of cookies. In any case, I got one more piece of music. This is a piece called Acknowledgement by John Coltrane. And until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuhu. May peace and the mercy and blessings of Almighty Allah be upon you.